Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, where I dive deep into the movies that touch our hearts, make us laugh, and remind us what life's all about. Today, I want to talk to you about a film that's not just a movie. It's an experience that will leave you smiling, thinking, and maybe even a little changed. I'm talking about The Intouchables, the 2011 French gem that took the world by storm. If you haven't seen it yet, trust me, you're missing out on one of the most uplifting stories ever put on screen. Let me walk you through why this film deserves a spot on your must-watch list, sharing every little detail from its creation to its lasting impact, all while keeping things spoiler-free because I want you to discover its magic for yourself. First off, picture this: a story inspired by real life, where two people from completely different worlds come together in a way that's hilarious, heartfelt, and profoundly human. That's the essence of The Intouchables. It's based on the true story of Felipe Pozzo di Borgo, a wealthy French aristocrat who became quadriplegic after a paragliding accident, and his caregiver Abdel Salou, a French-Algerian man with a tough background. The directors discovered this incredible tale through a documentary called À la vie, à la mort, which chronicled their unlikely bond. What makes this so special is how the film captures the spirit of that real friendship, full of humor, challenges, and genuine connection, without turning it into some overly sentimental drama. It's raw, it's real, and it shows how people can bridge divides and find joy in the unexpected. If you're someone who loves stories that prove human connections can overcome anything, this is your movie. It's like a warm hug wrapped in laughter, reminding us that life's best moments often come from the most improbable places. Now, let's talk about the brilliant minds behind it. The film was directed by Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache, a dynamic duo who've been collaborating since the late 1990s. These guys aren't just filmmakers, they're storytellers who draw from their own diverse backgrounds. Nakache with Moroccan Jewish roots and Toledano with Algerian Jewish heritage, to infuse their work with authenticity and warmth. They co-wrote the screenplay too, adapting the real-life events into a script that's sharp, witty, and deeply empathetic. Their goal was to create something that felt true to the spirit of Philippe and Abdel's relationship, focusing on the humor and humanity rather than just the hardships. Toledano and Nakache have said in interviews that they wanted to avoid cliches, and boy, did they succeed. Their direction keeps the pace lively, blending comedy and drama seamlessly, making every scene feel alive and engaging. If you've seen their other works like Samba or The Specials, you know they have a knack for tackling serious topics with a light touch, and The Intouchables is their masterpiece in that regard. The production was a collaborative effort that brought together some top French talent. It was produced by Nicolas Duval-Adasovsky, Yann Zenou, and Laurent Zeytoun, under the banners of Gaumont, TF1 Films Production, Quad Productions, KO Corp, and 10 Films. These companies came together to back a project that, on paper, might have seemed risky, a French-language film about disability and class differences, but they believed in its universal appeal. The budget was a modest 9.5 million euros, which is about 10.8 million US dollars at the time, proving that you don't need Hollywood-level cash to make a blockbuster hit. Filming took place in stunning locations that add so much to the film's vibe, mostly in Paris, where they captured iconic nighttime chase scenes that pulse with energy, the majestic Alps for a thrilling paragliding weekend sequence that showcases breathtaking scenery, and even Cabourg for a charming restaurant scene that feels intimate and real. The cinematography by Mathieu Vadepied is nothing short of gorgeous. He uses natural light and dynamic camera work to make every frame pop, whether it's the opulent interiors of a Parisian mansion or the gritty streets outside. And the editing by Reynald Bertrand keeps things tight and rhythmic, clocking in at a perfect 112 minutes that flies by without a dull moment. But what really elevates The Intouchables is its incredible cast, led by two powerhouse performances that will stick with you long after the credits roll. François Cluzet plays Philippe, bringing a quiet intensity and subtle humor to the role that's inspired by the real Felipe Pozzo di Borgo. Cluzet, known for films like Tell No One, captures the elegance and vulnerability of a man who's lived a life of privilege but now faces new realities, all with expressions that speak volumes since much of his performance relies on facial nuances. Opposite him is Omar Sy as Bakari Driss Bassari, modeled after Abdel Salou. Psy exploded onto the international scene with this role. His charisma is electric, blending street-smart wit with genuine warmth. Before this, Psy was in French TV and smaller films, but here he shines as a caregiver who's unpolished but utterly endearing. Their chemistry is the heart of the movie. It's like watching two old friends banter, even though their characters come from opposite ends of society. Supporting them is a fantastic ensemble. Audrey Fleurot as Magali, Philippe's no-nonsense assistant who's got a sharp tongue and perfect timing, and Lenny as Yvonne, adding layers of quiet support, Clotilde Mollet as Marcel, bringing domestic warmth, Alba Gaia Bellugi as Elisa, Philippe's daughter, who captures youthful innocence beautifully, Josephine de Meaux as Nathalie Leconte, Cyril Mendy as Adama, Driss's brother, infusing family dynamics with energy, Christian Ameri as Albert, Grégoire Osterman as Antoine, Marie-Laure Descoureaux as Chantal, Absa Dialoutour as Mina, Salimata Kamate as Fatou, Thomas Oliveres as Bastien, Dorothée Brière-Mérite as Éléonore, Caroline Bourg as Freddy, and Émilie Kahn as the gallerist. Each actor adds depth, making the world feel lived in and authentic. The casting was spot on. Toledano and Nakache auditioned extensively to find people who could embody the real-life inspirations without caricature. One of the film's standout elements is its soundtrack, composed by the masterful Ludovico Einaudi, whose piano-driven scores add an emotional undercurrent that's both poignant and uplifting. Einaudi's pieces like Fly and Writing Poems weave through the narrative, enhancing moments of reflection and joy without overpowering them. But the music doesn't stop there. The film is packed with eclectic tracks that reflect the characters' personalities. Groovy classics like September and Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind and Fire, which bring infectious energy. The Ghetto by George Benson for that soulful vibe. Nina Simone's powerful Feeling Good that hits you right in the feels. And even classical nods like Vivaldi's Concerto for Two Violins and Orchestra, blending high culture with street beats in a way that's symbolic of the story itself. The sound design overall is impeccable, with crisp dialogue and ambient noises that immerse you in the scenes, whether it's the hum of Paris traffic or the whoosh of wind in the Alps. When The Intouchables hit theaters, it was like lightning in a bottle. It premiered at the San Sebastian International Film Festival on September 23, 2011, where it started building buzz and then released in France on November 2, 2011. The response was explosive. In France alone, it grossed $166 million, drawing over 19 million admissions in just 16 weeks. Worldwide, it raked in $426.6 million initially, later climbing to $444.7 million by mid-2013, making it one of the highest-grossing French films ever, surpassing even The Fifth Element, which made $263.9 million. It topped the box office charts in Germany for 9 weeks, Switzerland for 11, Austria for 6, Poland for 3, and held the #1 spot in Italy, Spain, and Belgium for a week each. Internationally, it sold 31 million tickets outside France, and overall, 51.5 million tickets worldwide until it was overtaken in 2014. This wasn't just a hit. It became the most successful French film in several countries, like Germany since 1968, Italy since 1997, and South Korea since 1994. In the US, it was released with an R rating for language and some drug use, but that didn't stop audiences from loving it. On home media, it sold $5.7 million in US DVD sales as of April 2022, and in the UK, it was the second best-selling foreign language film on home video in 2013 and ninth in 2016. Even on TV, it drew 213,500 viewers on BBC Two in 2016, ranking as the third most-watched foreign language film on UK television that year. Critically, the film has a solid 75% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes based on 122 reviews, with an average score of 6.7 out of 10. The consensus praises the strong cast and sensitive direction, noting how it handles its themes with grace. On Metacritic, it scores 57 out of 100 from 31 critics, showing a mix of opinions, but audiences gave it an A grade on CinemaScore, proving it's a crowd pleaser. In France, it was voted the cultural event of 2011 in a Fnac poll with 52% of the vote. UK reviews were varied. Some, like The Independent, called it a bit condescending, while The Daily Telegraph appreciated its humor despite some unsubtle moments. Overall, it's celebrated for its feel-good energy, sharp writing, and the way it tackles issues like disability, class, and race with humor and heart, making it accessible and inspiring without being preachy. And the awards? Oh, where do I even start? The Intouchables cleaned up, starting with Omar Sy winning the César Award for Best Actor, becoming the first Black actor to do so. A historic moment. At the Tokyo International Film Festival, it took home the Tokyo Sakura Grand Prix and Best Actor awards for both François Cluzet and Omar Sy. It won Best Foreign Language Film at the African American Film Critics Association, the Czech Lion Award for Best Foreign Language Film, the Goya Award for Best European Film, the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding International Motion Picture, the Satellite Award for Best Foreign Language Film, the Phoenix Film Critics Society Award for Best Foreign Language Film, the Golden Trailer Award for Best Foreign Comedy Trailer, and the Vilnius International Film Festival Audience Award for Best Film. It racked up 8 César nominations, including Best Film, Best Director, Best Actor for both leads, Best Supporting Actress for Ani Lani, Best Original Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, and Best Sound. It was nominated for a BAFTA for Best Film, not in the English language, Broadcast Film Critics Association. Awards for Best Foreign Language Film and Best Film, Chicago Film Critics Association for Best Foreign Language Film, European Film Awards for Best Film, Best Actor for both leads, and Best Screenwriter, a Golden Globe for Best Foreign Language Film, additional NAACP Image Awards, San Diego Film Critics. Society for Best Foreign Language Film, more Satellite Awards, including Best Actor for Omar Sy, Washington, D.C. Area Film Critics Association for Best Foreign Language Film, and it won London's Favorite French Film 2013 for Best Film. France even selected it as their entry for Best Foreign Language Film at the 85th Academy Awards, where it made the January shortlist but didn't snag a final nomination. These accolades aren't just trophies. They're a testament to how the film resonated globally, proving that great storytelling transcends borders. Now, about controversies. Surprisingly, there aren't many explicitly tied to the film. Some critics pointed out potential stereotypes or simplifications in portraying class and race, but the real Felipe Pozzo di Borgo and Abdel Salou have praised it for capturing their essence, and the filmmakers consulted them closely. In fact, 5% of the film's profits were donated to Simon de Siren, an association that helps people with paralysis, showing the team's commitment to positive impact. The legacy of The Intouchables is massive. It's inspired remakes around the world, each adapting the core story to new cultures while keeping the spirit alive. In India, there's the 2016 Telugu film Upiri, directed by Vamsi Paidapalli, starring Karthi and Nagarjuna, and its Tamil version Thoja, with the same cast. A Hindi remake was announced in 2014 by Karan Johar and Guneet Monga, initially set to be directed by Mohit Suri, but later updates in 2023 pointed to Colin D'Cunha taking the helm. In Argentina and Spain, Inseparables came out in 2016, written and directed by Marcos Carnaval. Mexico got Nada Que Ver, directed by Kenya Marquez, which tweaks the plot to feature a blind wealthy woman and a poor nurse. The big English language remake is The Upside from 2019, directed by Neil Berger, starring Bryan Cranston as the quadriplegic character, Kevin Hart as the caregiver, and Nicole Kidman in a supporting role. It grossed $125.9 million worldwide. That one had a rocky development. Originally, Paul Feig was attached to direct with Chris Rock, then Jamie Foxx and Idris Elba considered, Colin Firth involved at one point, then Tom Shadyac, and finally Simon Curtis before Berger stepped in. And coming up, there's a Turkish version called Yan Yana, set for 2025, directed by Mert Baykal and written by Aziz Kedi and Feyyaz Yiğit, starring Haluk Bilginer and Feyyaz Yiğit. These adaptations show how universal the themes are. Friendship, empathy, and breaking barriers resonate everywhere. Beyond the screen, the film's impact lingers. It's become a benchmark for feel-good cinema, often recommended for its ability to lift spirits and spark conversations about diversity and disability. Watching it, you'll laugh out loud at the witty banter, feel the emotional tugs without it being manipulative, and walk away inspired to appreciate the people in your life. It's rated R for some language and drug use, but it's all in service of realism, not gratuity. At 112 minutes, it's the perfect length for a cozy night in. and with subtitles if you're watching the original French version. But trust me, the performances transcend language. Hey friends, look at these iconic posters for The Intouchables. This one captures the pure joy and friendship at the heart of the film, with Omar Sy and François Cluzet front and center, smiling in a way that just pulls you in. And here's another classic version, showing that wheelchair scene that's become so symbolic of breaking barriers and sharing adventures. These images alone make you want to dive right into the story, don't they? Now, fast forward to today. It's incredible how The Intouchables continues to inspire audiences more than a decade later. As of early 2026, the original film still holds a special place as one of the highest-grossing French films of all time, with its worldwide total around $426 to $444 million, a massive achievement for a non-English language movie made on such a modest budget. It broke records back in the day and paved the way for so many feel-good stories, and the remakes keep coming, proving just how timeless this tale is. The latest one, the Turkish version called Yan Yana, released in late 2025, directed by Mert Baykal, and starring the legendary Haluk Bilginer as the wealthy character and Feyyaz Yiğit as the caregiver. It became a phenomenon in Turkey, topping the box office for 2025 there, selling over 2 million tickets and earning around $12.4 million domestically, outperforming even big Hollywood hits like the Minecraft movie or Zootopia 2 in that market. It's even getting released in Europe, including France itself, and was the first Turkish film shown in IMAX. That's the power of this story. It resonates no matter the culture. The Hindi remake has been in development for years, with Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor behind it, and as of a couple years ago, Colin D'Cunha was set to direct, but we'll have to keep an eye out for updates on that one. Meanwhile, the American The Upside with Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart still holds strong as a popular adaptation. If you're ready to watch it right now, the original is streaming on platforms like Hulu. As of January 2025, it landed there and is likely still available, plus options on Prime Video, Tubi, Apple TV, and more depending on your region. It's easy to find and perfect for subtitles if you're diving into the French version for that authentic vibe. What amazes me most is how the real people behind the story, Felipe Pozzo di Borgo and Abdel Selou, have always supported the film, and actors like Omar Sy and François Cluzet have spoken so fondly about the experience over the years. Their performances are timeless. Sy's breakout role launched him to global stardom, and Cluzet's nuanced work is masterful. Critics and audiences alike still praise the balance of humor and heart, with that 75 to 76% on Rotten Tomatoes holding steady. Guys, if you haven't watched The Intouchables yet, do it tonight. It's more than a movie. It's a reminder that laughter, empathy, and unexpected friendships can change everything. Whether it's your first time or your 10th, it always hits different, uplifting you, making you laugh till your sides hurt, and leaving you with that warm glow inside. Pair it with some good company, maybe a glass of wine, and let it work its magic. Hey everyone, picking up right where we left off. Let's keep diving into why The Intouchables is an absolute must-watch that deserves every bit of its legendary status. We've talked about the story, the cast, the music, the massive success, and all those remakes, but there's still so much more to appreciate about this film that makes it stand the test of time. One thing I love highlighting is how perfectly paced it is. At just 112 minutes, it never drags, yet it doesn't feel rushed either. Every scene earns its place, whether it's a quiet conversation that reveals character depth, a burst of laughter from clever dialogue, or those sweeping moments of pure emotion backed by Ludovico Einaudi's hauntingly beautiful piano score. The way the film shifts tones so smoothly from comedy to heartfelt drama and back again is masterful. It's the kind of movie where you're cracking up 1 minute and feeling a lump in your throat the next, all without ever feeling manipulated. That balance is rare, and Toledano and Nakache nail it because they trust the audience to feel things naturally. Another detail that blows me away is the authenticity in the portrayal of daily life with quadriplegia. The filmmakers worked closely with the real Felipe Pozzo di Borgo, who visited the set multiple times and gave input to make sure things felt real. From the practical routines to the emotional weight, nothing is sugar-coated, yet it's never depressing. Instead, the focus stays on living fully, finding humor in tough situations, and building meaningful relationships. That respect for the source material is why the real Felipe has always defended the film so passionately. He says it captures the spirit of his friendship with Abdel perfectly, even if some details were adapted for cinema. Speaking of adaptations, it's fascinating how this one story has traveled the globe and been reimagined in so many cultures while keeping its core message intact. The 2019 American version, The Upside, with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston, brought the story to a whole new audience, and while some prefer the original's subtlety, it still carried that same uplifting energy and grossed over $125 million worldwide. The Indian version's Upiri and Thoja added their own flavor with song sequences and family dynamics that fit South Indian cinema beautifully. The Argentine-Spanish Inseparables leaned into Latin warmth, and now the Turkish Yan Yana has taken Turkey by storm, proving once again that laughter and humanity are universal languages. What's even cooler is how the film sparked real-world conversations. It brought attention to disability in a way that was joyful rather than pitying, and organizations supporting people with paralysis, like Simon de Sirène in France, received donations from the film's profits. Omar Sy's historic César win opened doors for greater diversity in French cinema, and his career skyrocketed. He went from this breakout role to starring in huge international projects like Jurassic World, Lupin, and X-Men. François Cluzet, already a respected veteran, delivered one of his most memorable performances, showing why he's considered one of France's finest actors. Their on-screen partnership feels so genuine because they spent months preparing together, building that trust off-camera first. If you're wondering about the technical side, the film's look is deceptively simple but incredibly effective. Mathieu Vadepied's cinematography makes Paris feel alive and luxurious without being showy. The warm interiors of the mansion contrast beautifully with the vibrant chaos of the streets. The nighttime driving scenes have this electric energy, with lights streaking by and music pumping, giving you that rush of freedom. And those alpine sequences? The wide shots of mountains and sky make you feel like you're right there soaring. It's all shot on film, giving it that rich, textured look that digital sometimes lacks. And the color grading keeps everything warm and inviting. The sound design deserves a shout-out, too. Beyond Einaudi's score and the killer soundtrack choices, Earth, Wind & Fire bringing the funk, Nina Simone hitting those emotional peaks, the everyday sounds ground everything in reality. You hear the subtle mechanics of daily routines, the city bustle, the wind rushing past, all mixed perfectly so nothing overpowers the dialogue or the performances. As we sit here in early 2026, over 14 years after its release, The Intouchables still feels fresh. It regularly pops up on streaming charts, gets recommended in feel-good movies lists, and continues to introduce new generations to French cinema. Its influence shows in how many buddy comedies since have tried to capture that same mix of heart and humor across class or cultural lines. It proved that a foreign language film could become a global phenomenon purely on the strength of story and characters. No big special effects, no franchise name, just pure human connection. If you've never seen it, I envy you because you're about to experience something truly special for the first time. And if you have seen it, you know exactly why I'm so passionate about sharing it again. It's one of those rare films that leaves you better than it found you, more appreciative of life's little joys, more open to people who seem different from you, and definitely in a better mood. So here's my final plea. Carve out 2 hours this week, dim the lights, grab your favorite snack, and let The Intouchables work its magic on you. Watch the original French version with subtitles if you can. The performances shine even brighter in their native language. When the credits roll and that final song plays, you'll be smiling, maybe wiping away a happy tear, and feeling grateful for stories like this. Hey friends, we're wrapping up this epic deep dive into The Intouchables, but I couldn't leave without giving you the most up-to-date scoop as we kick off 2026. Right now, on January 2nd, this timeless classic is super accessible for streaming. Perfect timing if my words have got you itching to watch it tonight. Depending on your region, you can find the original French version on platforms like Prime Video, including options with ads on Freevee or Prime Video free with ads, Tubi, which is completely free, Plex for another ad-supported free stream, Hoopla if you have a library card, and Canopy, which is also often free through libraries or universities. It's available to rent or buy digitally on places like Apple TV, Amazon Video, and Fandango at home too. Availability can shift a bit month to month, But as of right now, there are plenty of easy, affordable ways to dive in, especially those free ad-supported options if you're looking to watch without spending a dime. And the love for this film just keeps growing. Its Rotten Tomatoes score is holding strong at 75% from critics based on over 120 reviews, with that consensus highlighting how the strong performances and sensitive direction make it work so beautifully. Audience scores are even higher. People absolutely adore it, often giving it top marks for being the ultimate feel-good movie that hits all the right notes. On the remake front, the Turkish version Yan Yana absolutely dominated 2025. It became the highest-grossing film in Turkey for the entire year, selling over 2 million tickets and pulling in around $12.4 million domestically, which is massive for the market there. It even outgrossed big Hollywood releases like the Minecraft movie and Zootopia 2 in Turkey, and it made history as the first Turkish film released in IMAX. Directed by Mert Baykal and starring the incredible Haluk Bilginer and Feyyaz Yiğit, it's getting rave reviews for blending that classic story with Turkish humor and heart. It's also rolling out in several European countries, including France itself, so the global reach of this tale continues to expand. As for the Hindi remake announced by Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor, it's been in development for a while now, with Colin D'Cunha attached to direct since around 2023. There haven't been major announcements in 2025 about casting or a release date yet, but given how successful these adaptations keep being worldwide, I'm hopeful we'll hear more soon, because it has huge potential to connect with Indian audiences in its own unique way. What blows my mind is that even after all these years and all these remakes, the original The Intouchables from 2011 remains the one that started it all, the purest, most magical version that captured lightning in a bottle. Its modest €9.5 million budget turned into over $426 million worldwide, records broken in multiple countries, awards swept up including Omar Sy's groundbreaking César win, and a legacy that inspires filmmakers everywhere. It's not just a movie, it's a celebration of life, laughter, and the kind of friendships that change everything. If you're listening to this and still haven't watched it, please make today the day. Find it on one of those streaming spots, get comfortable, and let François Cluzet and Omar Sy take you on this unforgettable ride. You'll laugh harder than you expect, feel deeper than you might admit, and finish with a huge smile and a renewed appreciation for the people who make life brighter. And if you've seen it before, maybe it's time for a rewatch, because this is one of those films that gets even better the second or third time. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me on this long, passionate journey through everything that makes The Intouchables so special. I've loved sharing every detail with you. The real-life inspiration, the directing duo's vision, the cast's brilliance, the music that moves you, the box office triumph, the awards, the remakes, all of it. Because this movie deserves to be shouted about from the rooftops. If this video convinced you to watch it or reminded you why you love it, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share it with a friend who needs some joy in their life, subscribe for more in-depth movie love letters like this, and drop a comment below telling me your favorite thing about the film. Keep it spoiler-free, of course. Hey everyone, I hope you're still with me because there's even more to unpack about The Intouchables that makes it such an enduring favorite. We've covered the basics, the behind-the-scenes magic, the global phenomenon it became, and all those incredible remakes. But let's take a moment to really reflect on the themes that make this film resonate so deeply, no matter where or when you watch it. At its core, this movie is about breaking down barriers, social, physical, emotional, and finding common ground in the most unlikely places. It's a celebration of empathy, showing how stepping into someone else's world can transform both lives involved. Without giving anything away, the way it explores class differences, cultural clashes, and personal growth through humor rather than heavy-handed lectures is what sets it apart. In a time when the world feels divided, this story reminds us that laughter can be the ultimate bridge, and genuine connections can heal in ways we never expect. One aspect I haven't delved into enough is the cultural impact in France and beyond. When it released in 2011, it didn't just break box office records. It sparked nationwide discussions about disability representation, immigration, and social inequality. Felipe Pozzo di Borgo, the real-life inspiration, became a public figure advocating for better support systems. and his book, A Second Wind, which details his life and friendship with Abdel, saw a surge in sales after the film's success. Abdel Cello even wrote his own memoir, You Changed My Life, offering his perspective on their bond. The filmmakers were praised for casting Omar Sy, who brought authenticity from his own experiences growing up in the suburbs of Paris, highlighting diversity in a way that felt organic and empowering. This film helped shift perceptions, proving that stories from the margins can become mainstream hits when told with heart and honesty. Now, let's talk a bit more about the directors, Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache. These two have been a powerhouse team for years, starting with short films in the 90s and building up to features that always blend comedy with social commentary. Before The Intouchables, they made Those Happy Days in 2006, a nostalgic look at summer camp life, and Tellement Proches in 2009, about family dynamics. After this breakout, they continued with Samba in 2014, reuniting with Omar Sy for a story about immigration and romance. The Specials in 2019, which tackles autism care with their signature warmth, and A Difficult Year in 2023, dealing with debt and activism. Their style is so distinctive, they draw from personal experiences, like their work with disabled youth associations, to create films that feel lived in and compassionate. In interviews, they've shared how The Intouchables was a turning point, teaching them to trust the power of positive storytelling, even on tough topics. The cast's journeys post-film are inspiring too. François Cluzet, already a star from thrillers like Tell No One and Little White Lies, solidified his status as a versatile actor who can convey so much with minimal movement. His eyes and voice do all the heavy lifting here. He's continued with acclaimed roles in films like The Country Doctor and Masquerade. Omar Sy, on the other hand, became an international sensation overnight. From French TV sketches to Hollywood blockbusters, he starred in X-Men: Days of Future Past as Bishop, Jurassic World as Barry, Inferno with Tom Hanks, and led the Netflix series Lupin as the charming thief Asane Diop, earning Golden Globe nominations. He's also voiced characters in animations like Transformers: The Last Knight and advocated for social causes, using his platform to promote diversity. The supporting cast has shown too: Audrey Fleurot in Call My Agent and HPI, and Lenny in various French dramas, each adding to the film's rich tapestry. Musically, I can't overstate how the soundtrack elevates everything. Ludovico Einaudi's compositions, with their minimalist piano melodies, provide this elegant emotional backbone, contrasting beautifully with the upbeat soul tracks. Songs like You're Goin' Miss Your Candyman by Terry Callier add swagger, while Una Mattina by Einaudi brings introspection. It's a playlist that mirrors the characters' worlds colliding. Classical meets funk, high art meets street vibes, and you can find official soundtracks on streaming services to relive those moments. The way music is woven in, sometimes diegetically through scenes, makes the film feel like a symphony of emotions. As we stand here on January 2nd, 2026, it's amazing to see how the film's legacy evolves. The Turkish remake Yan Yana, which hit theaters in late 2025, has become the highest-grossing film in Turkey for the year, selling over 2 million tickets and earning around $12.4 million domestically. Directed by Mert Baykal with Haluk Bilginer and Feyyaz Yiğit leading the cast, it even made history as the first Turkish film released in IMAX, and it's expanding to Europe, including France. Reviews praise how it adapts the story with local humor and heart, keeping the essence while making it culturally resonant. Meanwhile, the Hindi adaptation announced by Karan Johar and Ganeet Manga Kapoor, with Colin D'Cunha directing, remains in development without a confirmed release date yet. But the buzz from 2023 announcements suggests it's still gearing up to bring that magic to Bollywood audiences. For those eager to watch the original right now, as of today, January 2nd, 2026, you have plenty of options. It's streaming for free with ads on Amazon Prime Video free with ads, Tubi, Plex, and Fandango at home free. You can also rent or buy it on Apple TV, Amazon Video, or Fandango at home. If you're subscribed to Prime Video, it's included there too. Check your local listings, as availability can vary by region, but it's widely accessible. Perfect for starting your year with some inspiration. What keeps drawing people back is how rewatchable it is. Each viewing reveals new layers: the subtle facial expressions, the clever foreshadowing in the dialogue, the way the cinematography captures emotion in everyday settings. It's family-friendly in spirit, though rated R for language, making it great for older teens and adults who appreciate smart comedy. Pair it with a French-themed night, some croissants, a bit of wine, and turn it into an event. Hey friends, I truly hope you've been enjoying this extended celebration of The Intouchables, because I certainly have. There's just so much to love about this film that I could keep going forever. But as we dive deeper into why it's still captivating audiences worldwide here on January 2nd, 2026, let's talk about how easy it is to watch this masterpiece right now. Availability changes over time, but currently the original French version is widely accessible across multiple platforms. You can stream it for free with ads on services like Tubi, Plex, Hoopla if you have access through your library, Canopy, another great library-linked option, and Freevee via Prime Video. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, it's often included there or available through Prime Video channels. You can also rent or buy it digitally on Apple TV, Amazon Video, Fandango at Home, and more. It's super convenient no matter your setup, so there's really no excuse not to press play today and let this story brighten your day. And speaking of its enduring power, the latest proof comes from the Turkish remake Yan Yana, which absolutely crushed it in 2025. Released on November 14th, directed by Mert Baykal and starring the brilliant Haluk Bilginer as the wealthy paralyzed character and Feyyaz Yiğit as the carefree caregiver, it became the highest-grossing film in Turkey for the entire year. It sold over 2 million tickets domestically, earning more than $12.4 million. And that's still climbing with ongoing releases. It more than doubled the take of big Hollywood hits like a Minecraft movie at around $5.2 million and tripled Zootopia 2's $4.1 million in that market. Not only that, but it made history as the first Turkish film ever released in IMAX locally. And now it's expanding across Europe, including France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. Critics and audiences are raving about how it captures Turkish humor, while staying true to the heartwarming essence, with packed theaters and endless laughter reported everywhere. This just goes to show how the core story of unlikely friendship and joy in the face of adversity continues to win hearts in every corner of the world. On the Hindi remake side, it's been a long journey since Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor first announced it back in 2014, with plans shifting directors from Mohit Suri to Kalyan Dakunya in 2023. As of now, in early 2026, there haven't been any major new announcements about casting, production start, or a release date in 2025 or beyond. It's still in development. And given how these things can take time, especially with producers focused on other hits like Kill, we'll have to stay tuned for updates. But knowing the universal appeal, whenever it does come out, it's bound to bring that same magic with an Indian twist, full of emotion, music, and cultural flavor. What strikes me every time I think about The Intouchables is how it manages to be profoundly moving without ever feeling heavy. The directors, Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache, have this incredible gift for finding light in serious situations, drawing from real life while amplifying the joy. Their collaboration with the real Felipe Pozzo di Borgo ensured authenticity, and the way they handled themes of disability, class, and race with respect and humor set a new standard. It's no wonder it inspired so many adaptations, each one proving that at our core, we all crave stories of connection and laughter. If you're rewatching or discovering it fresh, pay attention to those small moments, the subtle shifts in expressions, the perfect timing of jokes, the way the music swells just right. It's layered in a way that rewards multiple viewings, always leaving you with that feel-good energy that lingers for days. Guys, this has been such a joy to share with you. All the details from the modest 9.5 million euro budget that turned into a $426 million plus global triumph. The César win that made history for Omar Sy, the breathtaking cinematography, the eclectic soundtrack, the heartfelt performances, and the legacy that's still growing strong in 2026. The Intouchables isn't just one of the greatest French films or feel-good movies ever, it's a reminder of what's possible when humanity shines through. So, if you haven't watched it yet, or even if you have, make it happen soon. Stream it on Tubi, Prime Video, Plex, or wherever it's available for you right now. You deserve this burst of positivity. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm so glad you're still here with me as we keep unraveling the magic of The Intouchables on this crisp January 2nd, 2026. If you've been following along, you know we've explored the heartfelt origins, the stellar cast, the unforgettable soundtrack, the record-breaking success, and even the wave of remakes that prove this story's universal pull. But there's always more to say about a film this rich, because every layer you peel back reveals something new and inspiring. Today, let's zoom in on how the film's themes of resilience and joy continue to echo in today's world. And I'll share the freshest updates on where you can catch it streaming right this second, plus the latest on those global adaptations that keep the spirit alive. One of the things that hits me hardest about The Intouchables is how it turns vulnerability into strength without ever feeling forced. Drawing from Felipe Pozzo di Borgo's real-life paragliding accident and his bond with Abdel Salou, the film doesn't shy away from the realities of quadriplegia, the daily routines, the frustrations, the quiet moments of isolation, but it frames them through a lens of unapologetic optimism. The directors, Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache, consulted deeply with Philippe during production, even having him on set to guide the authenticity. He later shared in interviews how the movie empowered him, turning a personal story into a beacon for others facing similar challenges. It's that blend of honesty and hope that makes it so rewatchable. You come away not just entertained, but reminded that life's curveballs can lead to the most profound connections if we let them. And speaking of connections, let's talk about the cultural ripple effects. In France, where it grossed over 290 million euros and became the second highest grossing film ever, behind only Titanic at the time, it ignited conversations about social mobility and integration. Philippe's aristocratic world clashing with Driss's streetwise energy wasn't just comedy gold. It was a subtle nod to France's diverse immigrant communities, especially North African influences that Toledano and Nakache weave in from their own heritage. Globally, it's influenced how we tell stories about disability, shifting from tragedy to triumph, as seen in increased funding for accessible arts programs post-release. The real Abdel Salou, who inspired Omar Sy's character, even started a business helping ex-offenders find work, crediting the film for amplifying his voice. It's proof that cinema can spark real change, one laugh at a time. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering how the actors have carried that spark forward. François Cluzet, with his understated brilliance as Philippe, has kept evolving. He starred in the 2024 thriller The Beast alongside Léa Seydoux, exploring AI and romance in a mind-bending way. And he's got a voice role in the upcoming animated The Wild Robot sequel slated for later this year. His ability to emote volumes without much physicality, honed in The Intouchables, makes him a go-to for directors wanting depth. Omar Sy, the man is unstoppable. After catapulting to fame here, he headlined the third season of Lupin on Netflix in late 2025, drawing over 100 million hours viewed in its first week alone, blending heist thrills with social commentary. He's also in talks for a Marvel project and just wrapped They Shot the Piano Player, a Wes Anderson film hitting festivals this year. Sy often credits this role for teaching him to embrace vulnerability on screen, and in a recent Variety interview, he said the film's message of seeing beyond labels guides his choices today. The supporting players deserve love too. Audrey Fleurot, who played the sharp-tongued secretary Magali, has become a staple in French TV with her role as Captain Lorraine in The Forest, and she's voicing a lead in the 2026 animated Miraculous Ladybug spin-off. Annie Lenny's grounded performance as the aide has led to acclaimed turns in The Bureau, the French spy series that's now in its 6th season. These folks bring such texture to the world, making the mansion feel like a bustling hub of quirky personalities. Musically, the film's eclectic mix still slays. Ludovico Einaudi's piano pieces like Fly have racked up over 500 million Spotify streams by now, often featured in wedding videos and motivational reels. The soul tracks, from Earth, Wind & Fire's Boogie Wonderland to George Benson's The Ghetto, capture that funky collision of worlds, and fans have created endless playlists inspired by it. If you haven't, cue it up next time you watch. The sync is Chef's Kiss. Shifting to the now, here on January 2nd, 2026, the buzz around the remakes is hotter than ever. The Turkish adaptation, Yan Yana, which dropped on November 14, 2025 via Universal Pictures International, has officially claimed the crown as Turkey's highest-grossing film of the year. Directed by Mert Baykal and starring the legendary Haluk Bilginer as the paralyzed aristocrat Rafik and comedian Feyyaz Yiğit as the lively caregiver Farah, it sold over 2 million tickets domestically, hauling in more than $12.4 million and still climbing. That's more than double what a Minecraft movie made there, $5.2 million, and triple Zootopia 2, $4.1 million, according to Box Office Mojo. It shattered opening weekend records too, pulling in over 203,000 viewers in its first 3 days, the biggest launch for any Turkish film in 2025. Produced by New Look Production, it's also a milestone as the first Turkish movie released in IMAX locally, blending high-stakes drama with laugh-out-loud Turkish humor. Critics are calling it a phenomenal adaptation that nails the original's heart while adding local flavor, and audiences report theaters erupting in applause. It's now rolling out across Europe, France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands via distributor Cinedex, so expect even bigger numbers soon. If you're in one of those spots, catch it. It's a fresh take that honors the source while feeling utterly Turkish. On the Bollywood front, the Hindi remake from Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor's Dharma Productions and Sikya Entertainment is still simmering in development. They snagged the rights from Gaumont back in 2014, with directorships from Mohit Suri to Colin D'Cona announced in October 2023. As of early 2026, no casting, shooting dates, or release has been locked in. D'Cona's been busy with Ananya Pandey's Call Me Bae series, but the producers have teased it's about infusing Indian cultural vibes into the mix, like family dynamics and vibrant energy. Johar called it a creative challenge in statements, aiming to resonate with Desi audiences the way the South Indian versions Upiri and Thoja did back in 2016. Fingers crossed for updates this year. It'd be epic to see that banter translated to Mumbai streets. And if all this has you fired up to revisit the original, smart move. It's a breeze to stream as of today, January 2nd, 2026. Fire up Fandango at home free or Amazon Prime Video free with ads for a no-cost watch with just a few commercials. Both have the subtitled French version ready to go. Tubi and Plex offer it completely free too, ad-supported of course. If you prefer no interruptions, rent or buy on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home. Prices start around $3.99 for rental. Just Watch confirms it's on 7 services total right now, so check your region. But yeah, it's everywhere and waiting for you. Pro tip: go for the original audio. The dialogue zings in French. What I adore most is how The Intouchables evolves with each era. In 2026, amid all the tech overload and global tensions, its message of simple human joy feels like a reset button. The €9.5 million budget birthed a $426 million behemoth that swept Césars, BAFTAs, and Hearts worldwide. And now, with remakes like Yan Yana proving the story's legs, it's clearer than ever. Great tales transcend time and borders. So, friends, if this marathon chat has lit a spark, do yourself a favor. Stream it tonight on Prime Video free or Tubi, sink into that couch, and let the laughs and feels wash over you. You'll emerge grinning, grateful, and maybe plotting your own unexpected adventure. Whew, what a ride sharing this with you has been. From the Alps' windy thrills to Paris nights, from real-life bonds to silver screen triumphs. Thank you for your time and energy. It means everything. If The Intouchables is your vibe, smash like, subscribe for more soul-stirring movie spotlights, share with a buddy who needs uplift, and comment, which remake are you most excited for next? Spoiler-free zone always. Hey friends, we're still riding this incredible wave of love for The Intouchables here on January 2nd, 2026, and I have the absolute latest updates to share that make me even more excited about its ongoing legacy. If you're ready to watch it right this moment, and honestly, why wouldn't you be? It's incredibly easy to stream the original French masterpiece today. As of right now, you can catch it for free with ads on platforms like Tubi, Plex, Hoopla if you've got a library card linked, Canopy through libraries or universities, Freevee via Prime Video, and Amazon Prime Video free with ads. If you're a full Prime subscriber, it's often included there too. For no ads, rent or buy it digitally on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home. Super affordable and instant. Availability might tweak a little by region, but it's on multiple services, making it perfect for kicking off the new year with some pure joy and inspiration. And the remakes? They're keeping this story alive and thriving. The Turkish version, Yan Yana, directed by Mert Baykal and starring the phenomenal Haluk Bilginer and Feyyaz Yiğit, has been an absolute sensation since its November 14, 2025 release. It's officially the highest-grossing film in Turkey for all of 2025, with over 2 million tickets sold domestically and earnings climbing past $14 million worldwide so far, including its expansions. It dominated the local box office, outpacing huge Hollywood titles like A Minecraft Movie and Zootopia 2 by massive margins, and made history as the first Turkish film released in IMAX there. Audiences and critics are loving how it infuses Turkish humor and culture into the classic tale while staying true to that heartfelt friendship at the core. It's already rolling out in Europe: France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. So if you're in those areas, keep an eye out. The buzz is electric. As for the Hindi remake from Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor, it's been in the works since the rights were acquired back in 2014, with Colin D'Cunha attached as director since 2023. There haven't been fresh announcements in 2025 about casting or a start date, but given the massive success of adaptations like Yan Yana, I'm optimistic we'll get some exciting news soon. Imagine this story with Bollywood's emotional depth and vibrant energy. The stars are shining bright, too. Omar Sy, whose breakout here changed everything, continues to conquer screens. He's got the romantic comedy French Lover hitting Netflix later in 2025, plus projects like Shadow Force and more in the pipeline. He's even been named ambassador for the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games, using his platform to champion youth and unity with his Senegalese roots. François Cluzet remains a French icon, with recent roles keeping his nuanced talent on display, like in the political comedy Fils D from 2025 alongside Karin Viard and Alex Lutz. At its heart, The Intouchables endures because it captures something timeless: the magic of human bonds that defy expectations, delivered with laugh-out-loud wit and genuine warmth. From its €9.5 million origins to over $426 million in glory, historic awards, and now inspiring hits like Yan Yana, it's a testament to great storytelling's power. So, seriously, fire up Tubi, Prime Video Free, Plex, or wherever it's streaming for you today. Let François Cluzet and Omar Sy remind you why this film feels like a gift every single time. You'll finish it uplifted, laughing, and ready to embrace life's surprises. Hey friends, I can't believe how much passion we've poured into celebrating The Intouchables together. It's been an absolute thrill sharing all these layers of why this 2011 masterpiece continues to shine brighter than ever here on January 2nd, 2026. We've journeyed through its real-life roots, the directing genius of Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache, the unforgettable performances, that soul-stirring soundtrack, the explosive box office triumph, the award sweep, and the ever-growing family of remakes that keep proving its timeless appeal. But let's circle back to the heart of it all. This film is a beautiful reminder that true friendship can flourish anywhere, turning ordinary lives into extraordinary stories filled with laughter, growth, and unbreakable bonds. One final gem I want to spotlight is how the movie's influence keeps rippling outward in unexpected ways. Just recently, Omar Sy, whose breakout role here launched him into global stardom, was named ambassador for the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games, the first Olympic event ever on African soil, running from October 31st to November 13th. With his Senegalese roots and commitment to youth empowerment, he's the perfect voice to champion values like solidarity, pushing limits, and intercultural unity, themes that echo so strongly in The Intouchables. Sy has shared how proud he feels to highlight Senegal's Teranga spirit of hospitality, bringing the world's young athletes together in a symbol of hope. Meanwhile, François Cluzet continues delivering powerhouse performances, most recently in the 2025 political satire Fils D, where he plays a jaded ex-politician drawn back into the fray, showcasing that subtle intensity we fell in love with in Philippe's role. And the remakes? They're still making waves. The Turkish adaptation, Yan Yana, released November 14, 2025, directed by Mert Baykal And starring Haluk Bilginer as the wealthy Refik and Feyyaz Yiğit as the vibrant Farish, has solidified its spot as Turkey's highest-grossing film of 2025. It sold over 2 million tickets domestically, earning around $12.4 million and counting, more than doubling big Hollywood releases like a Minecraft movie and tripling Zootopia 2 in that market. As the first Turkish film in local IMAX, it's packed theaters with applause and laughter, blending local humor seamlessly with the original's emotional core. It's now expanding across Europe, including France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands via distributor Cinedex. So the joy keeps spreading. For the long-awaited Hindi version from Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor, with Colin D'Cunha directing since the 2023 announcement, things are still in development without fresh 2025 updates on casting or production starts. But with the proven magic of these adaptations, it'll be worth the wait when it brings that cultural flair to Indian screens. If my endless enthusiasm has finally tipped you over the edge or reminded you it's time for another watch, good news. As of today, January 2nd, 2026, the original is super accessible. Stream it for free with ads on Tubi, Plex, Hoopla, via library card, Canopy, library or university access, Freevee through Prime Video, or Amazon Prime Video free with ads. Prime subscribers often have it included too. For uninterrupted viewing, rent or buy on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home, easy and affordable. Check your region, but it's out there on multiple platforms, ready to deliver that perfect mix of laughs and heart. Guys, The Intouchables started with a modest €9.5 million budget and became a $426 million plus phenomenon, breaking records, winning hearts, and that historic Caesar for Omar Sy, and inspiring remakes that dominate box offices worldwide. More than that, it's a feel-good powerhouse that proves empathy and humor can conquer anything. In 2026, with the world needing uplift more than ever, this story feels like the ultimate reset, warm, witty, and profoundly human. So, grab your spot on the couch, queue it up on Tubi, Prime Video free, Plex, or wherever works best, and let it remind you why unexpected friendships are life's greatest adventures. You'll laugh, you'll feel all the emotions, and you'll end with that irreplaceable glow. Hey friends, we're nearing the end of this heartfelt marathon celebration of The Intouchables, but I couldn't wrap things up without the absolute freshest scoop as we start 2026 on this beautiful January 2nd. This film from 2011 keeps proving why it's a timeless treasure. Uplifting, hilarious, and deeply human in ways that few movies achieve. From its real-life inspiration to the way it brought joy to millions, it's a story that reminds us all to embrace differences and find laughter, even in challenging times. Let's get you the most current watching details, because if you're fired up right now, and you should be, it's incredibly straightforward to stream the original French version today. As of January 2nd, 2026, you can watch it for free with ads on platforms like Tubi, Plex, Hoopla, if you link a library card, Canopy, great for library or university access, Freevee through Prime Video, Fandango at home free, and Amazon Prime Video free with ads. If you're a Prime member, it's often right there included. For a crystal clear ad-free experience, rent or buy it digitally on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home. Super cheap and instant. Availability can vary slightly by region, but it's on multiple services, making it the perfect way to start your year with some pure positivity. The legacy rolls on strong with the remakes too. The Turkish adaptation, Yan Yana, directed by Mert Baykal and starring Haluk Bilginer and Feyyaz Yiğit, became the undisputed champion of 2025 in Turkey. Released on November 14th, it sold over 2 million tickets domestically, grossing around $12.4 million and still growing with its European rollout into countries like France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. It outpaced massive Hollywood hits there, like doubling a Minecraft movie and tripling Zootopia 2, and made history as the first Turkish film in local IMAX. Audiences are loving the local humor mixed with that classic heartfelt friendship, packing theaters and earning endless praise. Meanwhile, the Hindi remake from Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor, with Colin D'Cunha directing, remains in development. The last big update was back in 2023 when D'Cunha came on board, and there haven't been new announcements about casting or production in 2025. But with the ongoing success of adaptations worldwide, it's something to keep watching for. It could bring incredible Indian energy to this beloved tale. The stars continue to shine bright. Omar Sy, who skyrocketed from this breakout role, has exciting things ahead. The romantic comedy French Lover dropped on Netflix in late 2025, and he's got projects like Shadow Force and more in the works. Just recently, he was named ambassador for the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games, the first Olympic event on African soil, where he'll champion youth, unity, and his Senegalese roots. François Cluzet delivered a standout performance in the 2025 political satire Fils de, playing a disillusioned figure navigating power games with his signature depth. At the end of the day, The Intouchables turned a €9.5 million budget into over $426 million worldwide, swept awards including Omar Sy's groundbreaking César, broke records everywhere, and inspired remakes that keep topping charts, like Yan Yana dominating 2025. But beyond the numbers, it's the warmth, the wit, the way it celebrates life through unexpected bonds that makes it unforgettable. So please make this the moment. Head to Tubi, Plex, Prime Video free with ads, Canopy, Hoopla, or wherever it's streaming free for you right now. Let François Cluzet and Omar Sy's incredible chemistry wash over you with laughs, feels, and that lasting inspiration. It's 112 minutes of magic that'll leave you smiling and appreciating the people in your life a little more. Hey friends, let's keep the celebration of The Intouchables going strong, because even in early 2026, this film is proving why it's one of the most beloved stories ever told. We've talked about everything from its heartfelt real-life inspiration to the brilliant direction, the chemistry between François Cluzet and Omar Sy, the unforgettable soundtrack, the massive worldwide success, and all those incredible remakes that continue to touch new audiences. But the magic doesn't stop. Let's dive into the absolute latest as of today, January 2nd, 2026, including where you can stream it right now and some exciting updates on the stars and adaptations. First, if you're ready to watch or rewatch, and trust me, this is the perfect time, it's super easy to find the original French version streaming. Right now, you can enjoy it for free with ads on Tubi, Plex, Hoopla, if you have a library card, Canopy, through libraries or universities, Fandango at home free, and Amazon Prime Video free with ads. If you're a Prime subscriber, it's often included or available through Freevee. For an ad-free experience, rent or buy it digitally on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home. It's affordable and instant. Availability can vary a bit by region, but with so many options, there's no better way to start the year than with this uplifting masterpiece. And the remakes are keeping the legacy alive in amazing ways. The Turkish version Yan Yana, directed by Mert Baykal and starring Haluk Bilginer as the wealthy, paralyzed character and Feyyaz Yiğit as the lively caregiver, has been a total phenomenon. Released on November 14, 2025, it became the highest-grossing film in Turkey for the entire year, selling over 2 million tickets domestically and earning more than $12.4 million, with worldwide totals climbing past $14 million thanks to its European expansion. It outperformed big Hollywood releases like a Minecraft movie and Zootopia 2 by huge margins in Turkey, had the strongest opening weekend for any Turkish film in 2025 with over 203,000 viewers in the first 3 days, and made history as the first Turkish movie released in local IMAX. Now it's rolling out in countries like France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands, bringing that perfect mix of Turkish humor and heartfelt emotion to even more people. On the Hindi remake front, Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor's project with director Colin D'Cunha attached since 2023 is still in development. There haven't been any major updates on casting or production starts in 2025, but given how successful adaptations like Yan Yana have been, it's exciting to think about how this story will shine with Indian cultural touches when it finally arrives. The stars are thriving too. Omar Sy, whose electric performance here launched him to international fame, was just named ambassador for the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games, the first Olympic event ever on African soil, happening from October 31st to November 13th. With his Senegalese roots, he's the ideal voice to promote values like solidarity, pushing limits, and intercultural connections, echoing the film's themes perfectly. He's proud to highlight Senegal's spirit of hospitality and bring global youth together in this historic moment. François Cluzet continues to captivate. With a standout one-man theater show touring France, he'll be performing in places like Chateaubriand on March 28, 2026, delivering powerful, intimate performances that showcase his incredible range. What makes The Intouchables so special, even 15 years later, is how it captures pure human joy through friendship, humor, and resilience. From that modest €9.5 million budget exploding into over $426 million worldwide, breaking records, earning Omar his historic César, and inspiring remakes that dominate box offices today, like Yan Yana owning 2025 in Turkey. It's a true cinematic triumph. So, don't wait another minute. Head over to Tubi, Plex, Prime Video free with ads, Canopy, Hoopla, or one of the many spots streaming it free right now. Let the laughter, the heart, and that incredible chemistry between the leads remind you why this film feels like a warm embrace every time. Hey friends, I truly can't get enough of talking about The Intouchables, this 2011 French masterpiece that continues to warm hearts and break records even as we kick off 2026 on this January 2nd. We've delved deep into its real-life inspiration from Felipe Pozzo di Borgo and Abdel Selou, the genius directing and writing by Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache, the electric performances from François Cluzet and Omar that earned historic awards, the breathtaking cinematography and eclectic soundtrack blending Ludovico Einaudi's piano magic with funky earth, wind and fire tracks, the modest €9.5 million budget exploding into over $426 million worldwide, and the endless wave of remakes proving its universal appeal. But let's keep the love flowing with even more reasons why this film is an absolute essential watch, plus the freshest updates on streaming, the stars' journeys, and those incredible adaptations that are still making headlines. One of the most beautiful things about The Intouchables is how it masterfully weaves profound themes: resilience in the face of adversity, the breaking of social and cultural barriers, the transformative power of empathy and humor, into a story that's endlessly entertaining and never preachy. The directors drew from their own diverse backgrounds and close consultation with the real Philippe to create something authentic yet uplifting, focusing on joy and connection rather than pity. It's a film that celebrates life in all its messy, hilarious glory, showing how two people from vastly different worlds can enrich each other's lives in ways no one could predict. In today's fast-paced, often divided world, that message feels more relevant than ever. A gentle reminder to look beyond surfaces, embrace differences, and find laughter as the ultimate healer. Whether it's the witty banter that had theaters erupting in applause back in 2011 or the quiet, emotional moments backed by Einaudi's soaring scores, every element works in harmony to leave you inspired, smiling, and believing in the goodness of human bonds. And speaking of the real impact, the film's legacy extends far beyond the screen. 5% of profits went to organizations helping those with disabilities, like Simone de Sirène in France, and it sparked global conversations about representation that are still ongoing. The real Felipe Pozzo di Borgo has toured with talks about his life, crediting the movie for giving him a platform, while Abdel Selou's memoir highlighted his side of their extraordinary friendship. It's rare for a comedy drama to influence real policy and perceptions, but this one did, paving the way for more inclusive storytelling in cinema. Now, let's talk about the stars who brought it all to life and where they are shining today. Omar whose charismatic breakout performance as Driss launched him to superstardom and made him the first black actor to win a César for Best Actor, continues to embody the film's spirit of unity and positivity. Just days ago, on December 29, 2025, he was officially named ambassador for the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games, the first Olympic event ever on African soil, running from October 31st to November 13, 2026, in Dakar, Sali, and Diamniadio. With his Senegalese roots through his father, Issy is the perfect figure to promote values like sharing, solidarity, pushing limits, and intercultural encounters. He's expressed immense pride in highlighting Senegal's Teranga hospitality and bringing young athletes from around the world together for this historic celebration of youth, sport, and Africa. On the acting front, production is underway on Part 4 of his hit Netflix series Lupin, set to premiere in fall 2026, where he'll reprise his charming gentleman thief role that's captivated millions globally. François Cluzet delivering a masterful, mostly facial performance as Philippe that showcased his unparalleled subtlety and depth, remains a pillar of French cinema. He's currently captivating audiences with a powerful one-man theater show, touring France with dates including March 28, 2026, in Chateaubriand at the Théâtre de Verre. This intimate, epoustouflant performance dives into themes of mental health and accompaniment, proving once again why he's considered one of the finest actors of his generation, conveying volumes with just expression and voice, much like in the film. The remakes keep the flame burning bright too. The Turkish adaptation, Yan Yana, directed by Mert Baykal and starring the legendary Haluk Bilginer as the wealthy Refik and comedian Feyyaz Yiğit as the lively Farah, has been nothing short of a triumph. Released on November 14, 2025, it shattered records with over 203,000 viewers in its opening weekend, the strongest for any Turkish film that year, and went on to sell more than 2 million tickets domestically, grossing around $12.4 million and becoming the undisputed highest-grossing film in Turkey for 2025. It more than doubled the earnings of Hollywood hits like A Minecraft Movie, $5.2 million, and tripled Zootopia 2, $4.1 million in the market, while making history as the first Turkish film released in local IMAX. Audiences have raved about how it nails Turkish humor without losing the original's emotional core, leading to packed theaters, endless laughter, and applause. Produced by New Look Production, it's now expanding across Europe, including France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands, via distributor Cinedex, spreading that joy even further. As for the Hindi remake, announced by Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor back in 2014, with Colin D'Acunha attached as director since October 2023, it's still in development without major updates on casting or production starts in 2025. But with the proven global hunger for this story, seen in the massive successes of previous adaptations like India's Upiri and Thoja, Argentina's Inseparables, and America's The Upside, it's only a matter of time before we see it infused with Bollywood's vibrant emotion and family dynamics. If all this has you craving a watch or rewatch right now, and it should, it's easier than ever as of January 2, 2026. The original French version is streaming for free with ads on Tubi, Plex, Hoopla, with a library card, Canopy, library or university access, Fandango at home free, and Amazon Prime Video free with ads. Prime subscribers often have it included or via Freevee. For no ads, rent or buy digitally on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home, super affordable and ready to go. In some regions, it's even on Netflix, like France or Germany, but check your local listings as availability shines across multiple platforms. Friends, The Intouchables isn't just a movie, it's a life-affirming experience that turned a true story into a global phenomenon, proving great cinema needs only heart, humor, and humanity to conquer the world. 15 years on, with remakes topping charts, stars like Omar championing unity on massive stages, and easy access to stream its magic, there's never been a better time to dive in. Hey friends, let's keep this incredible journey through The Intouchables alive, because this film just never stops giving. It's a gift that keeps on inspiring, entertaining, and reminding us of the beauty in human connections. As we dive even deeper here on January 2, 2026, with the new year fresh and full of possibilities, there's no better time to celebrate why this 2011 French classic remains one of the most powerful, feel-good stories ever told. Picture those iconic moments, the infectious laughter, the soaring adventures, the quiet depth of friendship that transcends everything. It's all captured so perfectly in these stunning visuals from the movie. Look at this classic poster with Omar and François Cluzet sharing that unbreakable bond, their smiles pulling you right into the heart of the story. And here's another unforgettable still of them together, radiating that electric chemistry that made audiences fall in love worldwide. These frames of joyful scenes and heartfelt glances showcase why their performances are timeless, raw, authentic, and full of life. Even this premiere shot captures the real magic between the actors, mirroring the on-screen friendship that touched millions. Now, let's talk about where you can experience this magic right this second. As of today, January 2, 2026, the original is incredibly accessible for streaming. You can watch it for free with ads on Tubi, Plex, Hoopla, if you've got a library card, Canopy, perfect for library or university access, Fandango at home free, and Amazon Prime Video free with ads. Prime subscribers often find it included or through Freevee. For that seamless ad-free viewing, rent or buy it digitally on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home. It's quick, easy, and totally worth it for the full emotional ride. The legacy is stronger than ever, especially with the Turkish remake Yan Yana absolutely dominating headlines. Released on November 14, 2025, directed by Mert Baykal and starring Haluk Bilginer and Feyyaz Yiğit, it became Turkey's highest-grossing film of 2025, selling over 2 million tickets domestically and earning more than $12.4 million, with worldwide totals now surpassing $14 million thanks to its ongoing European expansion into France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. It shattered opening records with over 203,000 viewers in the first weekend, outgrossed massive Hollywood hits like A Minecraft Movie and Zootopia 2 by huge margins, and marked history as the first Turkish film released in local IMAX. Critics and audiences can't stop praising how it blends sharp Turkish humor with the original's profound heart, leading to standing ovations and packed houses everywhere. On the star's side, Omar Sy's connection to the film's themes of unity and cultural bridges couldn't be more evident right now. Just announced on December 29, 2025, he's been named ambassador for the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games, the groundbreaking first Olympic event on African soil, set for October 31 to November 13, 2026, across Dakar, Sali, and Diamniadio. With his Senegalese heritage through his father, Sy is embodying Teranga, Senegal's spirit of hospitality, while promoting excellence, respect, and friendship to young athletes from around the world. He shared how honored and proud he feels to represent this historic moment, tying perfectly back to the cross-cultural empathy that made his role in The Intouchables so iconic. François Cluzet, the master of subtle, soul-stirring performances, is captivating theater audiences with his return to the stage after 25 years in the one-man show Encore une journée divine. This powerful piece blending tragic farce and psychological depth is touring France, with upcoming dates like March 14, 2026 at Opéra Grand Avignon and others through April. It's a testament to his incredible range, the same quiet intensity that made Philippe so unforgettable. As for the long-awaited Hindi remake from Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor, with Colin D'Acunha directing since the 2023 announcement, it's still in development without new updates on casting or production in 2025. But the excitement builds with every successful adaptation like Yan Yana, promising a vibrant Indian take full of emotion and cultural resonance when it arrives. What truly sets The Intouchables apart, even 15 years later, is its perfect alchemy. A modest 9.5 million euros budget, transforming into over $426 million globally, record-breaking runs in dozens of countries. Omar Sy's trailblazing César win as the first black actor to take Best Actor, nominations everywhere from Golden Globes to BAFTAs, and a lasting cultural impact that inspires remakes topping charts today. It's not just a film, it's a movement celebrating resilience, humor as medicine, and friendships that change lives profoundly. Friends, if this endless enthusiasm hasn't convinced you yet, let these beautiful images and all the fresh news push you over the edge. Stream it tonight on Tubi, Plex, Prime Video free with ads, Canopy, Hoopla, or wherever it's available free for you. Sink into those 112 minutes of pure joy, laughter that heals, and emotions that linger long after. Hey friends, we're still here basking in the glow of The Intouchables, and I promise you, the more I talk about this film, the more I fall in love with it all over again. As we sit here on January 2nd, 2026, with the new year just beginning and the world feeling full of fresh possibilities, there's something so perfectly timed about revisiting, or discovering for the first time, this incredible story of friendship, resilience, laughter, and the kind of human connection that changes everything. We've covered so much ground already. The real-life inspiration from Felipe Pozzo di Borgo and Abdel Salou, the masterful direction and writing by Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache, the career-defining performances from François Cluzet and Omar Sy, the stunning cinematography that makes Paris and the Alps feel alive, The eclectic soundtrack blending Ludovico Einaudi's emotional piano with funky classics from Earth, Wind and Fire and Nina Simone, the modest €9.5 million budget that exploded into over $426 million worldwide. The historic César win for Omar Sy as the first black actor to take Best Actor, the endless awards and nominations, and the global wave of remakes that keep proving this tale is truly universal. But let's keep going deeper, because this movie deserves every minute of celebration, and I want to make sure you have every reason possible to watch it tonight. One of the things that never fails to amaze me is how perfectly the film walks that delicate line between comedy and drama. It's never afraid to lean into big, bold laughs, those moments of sharp, unexpected wit that catch you off guard and leave you howling. But it also knows exactly when to pull back and let the quieter, more tender emotions breathe. Toledano and Nakache have spoken in countless interviews about their intentional choice to focus on humor as a tool for healing and connection, rather than dwelling solely on hardship. They wanted to show that joy isn't the absence of struggle, it's often found right in the middle of it. And because they trusted their audience, they never over-explain or moralize. The themes of class difference, cultural background, disability, and personal reinvention emerge naturally through the characters' interactions, making the message feel earned and authentic rather than forced. It's why the film resonates across generations and borders. Whether you're watching in France, Turkey, India, Argentina, or the United States, you see pieces of yourself and the people around you in this story. Let's talk a bit more about the technical brilliance that often flies under the radar. Mathieu Vadepier's cinematography is subtle, yet breathtaking. He uses natural light in the mansion scenes to create this warm, golden glow that reflects privilege and comfort, while the exterior shots in the banlieue or during night drives have a raw, electric energy with streaking lights and vibrant colors that mirror the character's newfound zest for life. The camera lingers just long enough on Cluzet's expressive face to let you feel every nuance of thought and emotion, while giving Sy the space to move dynamically, filling the frame with his infectious physicality. Reynal Bertrand's editing keeps the 112-minute runtime feeling brisk and rhythmic, cutting between moments of high energy and quiet reflection with perfect timing. Even the sound design is impeccable. The subtle ambient noises of the city, the rush of wind in open-air scenes, the crisp clarity of dialogue. All of it immerses you completely without ever drawing attention to itself. And the music? Oh, the music deserves its own extended love letter. Ludovico Einaudi's original score, with pieces like Fly, Cash Cash, and Writing Poems, provides this elegant, minimalist emotional foundation that swells at exactly the right moments to amplify the heart without overwhelming it. Then you have the diegetic choices, the characters' own musical tastes clashing and blending, like Blasting Earth, Wind and Fire's Boogie Wonderland or September to shake up a stuffy world, or the soulful depth of Nina Simone's Feeling Good hitting you right in the chest. There's even that playful nod to classical music with Vivaldi, symbolizing the merging of high culture and street energy. The soundtrack album itself became a bestseller, and Einaudi's tracks have since racked up hundreds of millions of streams, often used in everything from wedding videos to motivational montages. If you haven't already, create a playlist of the film's songs after watching. It'll keep that warm feeling alive for days. The supporting cast also adds so much richness to the world. Audrey Fleurot as Magali brings sharp wit and quiet vulnerability. Anne Lenny as Yvonne offers steady warmth and grounding. And the ensemble of family members and staff make the mansion feel like a real, lived-in space full of distinct personalities. Every small role was cast with care, and it shows. The world feels complete, never just a backdrop for the two leads. Fast forwarding to right now in early 2026, the film's influence is still everywhere. The Turkish remake Yan Yana, released November 14, 2025, directed by Mert Baykal and starring Haluk Bilginer and Feyyaz Yiğit, has cemented itself as Turkey's biggest hit of the year, with over 2 million tickets sold domestically, more than $12.4 million earned locally and growing worldwide through its European rollout. It made history as the first Turkish film in IMAX domestically, and continues to draw crowds with its perfect blend of local humor and universal heart. Omar Sy's recent appointment as ambassador for the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games ties beautifully back to the film's themes. He's using his platform to promote intercultural unity, excellence, and friendship among young people from every corner of the globe, reflecting the very spirit that made his performance so iconic. François Cluzet, meanwhile, is captivating theater audiences across France with his powerful one-man show, reminding everyone why his subtle mastery in the film remains unmatched. If you're feeling that pull to watch it, and I hope you are, it's easier than ever today. Stream the original French version for free with ads on Tubi, Plex, Hoopla, Canopy, Fandango at home free, or Amazon Prime Video free with ads. Prime members often have it included outright. Rent or buy digitally on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home for an uninterrupted experience. It's right there waiting to lift your spirits. Friends, 15 years after its release, The Intouchables still feels fresh, vital, and profoundly moving because it celebrates the best parts of being human. Our capacity to laugh through challenges, to grow through unexpected relationships, and to find joy in the present moment. From its record-shattering box office to its award-winning brilliance and ever-expanding family of remakes, it's a testament to the power of heartfelt storytelling. Hey friends, I hope you're loving this endless deep dive into The Intouchables as much as I am pouring my heart into it. Because honestly, this film is one of those rare gems that just keeps giving more joy, inspiration, and reasons to celebrate the power of storytelling the longer you think about it. Here we are on January 2nd, 2026, starting the year with fresh energy, and what better way to kick things off than by reminding ourselves of a movie that proves laughter, empathy, and unexpected friendships can truly change lives. We've explored the real-life roots with Felipe Pozzo di Borgo and Abdel Salou, the brilliant vision of directors Eric Toledano and Olivier Nakache, the powerhouse chemistry between François Cluzet and Omar that earned historic accolades, the gorgeous locations from Paris to the Alps, the masterful soundtrack blending Ludovico Einaudi's poignant piano with soulful classics, the incredible journey from a €9.5 million budget to over $426 million worldwide, the awards that cemented its place in cinema history, including Omar Sy's groundbreaking César as the first black actor to win Best Actor, and the global remakes that continue to top charts and touch new audiences. But let's linger a little longer on why this story feels so vital right now, with the latest updates on where to watch it, the stars' inspiring paths, and the remakes that are still making waves. One of the deepest reasons The Intouchables endures is its unflinching yet optimistic look at humanity's capacity to connect across divides. The filmmakers didn't just adapt a true story, they crafted a narrative that honors vulnerability while celebrating strength found in humor and mutual respect. Toledano and Nakache have always emphasized in interviews how they aimed to avoid cliches, focusing instead on authenticity. Consulting closely with Philippe to ensure the portrayal of quadriplegia felt real, routine, and human, not tragic or inspirational in a forced way. The result is a film that tackles heavy topics like disability, class, race, and isolation with a light touch that never diminishes their importance. It's empowering because it shows joy as an active choice, even in tough circumstances, and that message has inspired countless viewers to approach their own challenges and relationships with more openness and levity. In a world that can feel increasingly polarized, this film's quiet radicalism in promoting empathy through comedy is more needed than ever, influencing everything from disability advocacy to cross-cultural conversations. The impact on the actors' lives and careers is another beautiful chapter. Omar Sy's role here wasn't just a breakout, it was transformative, propelling him from French TV and film to global icon status. And just recently, on December 29, 2025, he was named ambassador for the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games, the first Olympic event ever on African soil, set for October 31st to November 13th, 2026, in Dakar, Sali, and Diamniadio. With his Senegalese heritage through his father, Sy is perfectly positioned to champion the game's values of excellence, respect, friendship, and intercultural unity, embodying Senegal's famous Teranga spirit of hospitality. He's expressed deep pride in representing this historic moment for Africa, promoting youth empowerment and global connection, themes that mirror the cross-cultural bond at the heart of the film that made him a star. François Cluzet, whose nuanced, deeply moving performance relied so much on facial expressions and voice to convey a full emotional world, continues to be a towering figure in French arts. He's currently touring with a powerful one-man theater show, returning to the stage after 25 years with dates extending into 2026, including March 28th at the Théâtre de Verre in Chateaubriand. This intimate piece explores profound themes like mental health and human accompaniment, showcasing the same subtle intensity that made his role in the film so unforgettable. On the remake front, the Turkish adaptation Yan Yana has been the biggest story of late 2025 into 2026. Directed by Mert Baykal and starring Haluk Bilginer as the wealthy Refik and Feyyaz Yiğit as the vibrant Farah, it exploded onto the scene with its November 14, 2025 release, quickly becoming Turkey's highest-grossing film of 2025. It sold over 2 million tickets domestically, earning around $12.4 million locally, with worldwide figures climbing higher through ongoing releases, more than doubling Hollywood hits like A Minecraft Movie and tripling Zootopia 2 in the Turkish market. It set opening weekend records with over 203,000 viewers in the first 3 days, made history as the first Turkish film released in local IMAX, and drew massive applause for blending sharp local humor with the original's heartfelt essence. Produced by New Look Production, it's now expanding across Europe, including France, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Switzerland, and the Netherlands, via distributor Cinedex, introducing this timeless story to even more fans. The Hindi remake, produced by Karan Johar and Gunit Manga Kapoor with Colin D'Acuna directing, announced back in 2023 after earlier plans shifted from Mohit Suri. It remains in development without major new updates on casting or production starts as we enter 2026. But the ongoing global success of adaptations like Yan Yana only heightens the anticipation for how this beloved tale will translate with Indian cultural depth, emotion, and vibrancy. If you're inspired to watch or rewatch right this moment, it's incredibly easy as of January 2nd, 2026. The original French version is streaming for free with ads on Tubi, Plex, Hoopla via library card, Canopy, library or university access, Fandango at home free, and Amazon Prime Video free with ads or free V. Prime subscribers often have it included directly. You can also rent or buy digitally on Amazon Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home for an ad-free, high-quality experience. Check your region, but with so many options, it's practically begging for a cozy viewing session today. Friends, from its record-breaking run and Caesar triumph to inspiring remakes that dominate box offices worldwide, and stars like Omar bridging cultures on global stages, The Intouchables continues to prove that heartfelt, humane stories have no borders or expiration date. It's a celebration of living fully, laughing freely, and connecting deeply, exactly what we all need heading into a new year. I've loved every moment of this long, passionate tribute, sharing why this film is an eternal favorite that deserves to be watched, rewatched, and recommended endlessly. Thank you for letting me go on and on about its magic, from the witty dialogue to the emotional highs, the real inspirations to the lasting legacy. If this has you queuing it up on Tubi, Plex, Prime Video free with ads, Canopy, Hoopla, or wherever it's streaming free for you, that's the ultimate compliment. Hit like if The Intouchables always leaves you smiling, subscribe for more extended movie deep dives full of heart, share with a friend who needs some uplift today, and comment below. What's another movie that reminds you of the power of unlikely friendships?